Welcome back to the Olga S show. I'm your host, Olga. How you doing? Well, as I said in the last live stream, that we'd be following through and following up with the rest of the Just Pearly Things debunking the Manosphere. I pushed play by accident. I have a couple things lined up, but you know what? I think just debunking the Manosphere thing, I think that's enough to chew off. Or let's see who's already with me. Maybe today on this special Monday, right after a holiday weekend, right? I can just go straight up to the next in the votes that you guys put in that got the most votes was the Struggle Jennings and Jelly Roll Glitter. And I'm really looking forward to this. I have no idea what it's about. It's my first time reaction. And for those who are new to my channel, it's real, live, raw, unedited, unscripted reactions. First time. It's always a first time. Maybe not first time for the artist, but the song. For sure. So if you've been here before, welcome back, my love. And if you're new to my channel, awesome to have you. Smash that like button if you're just happy to see me and that I showed up and that we're all here. And subscribe. There's so many ways to support the channel, whether you just smash that like button or subscribe, become a member. It's your energy that makes it all possible. And join me on Locals to get exclusive content behind the scenes. The conversations is 100% way more open, uncensored, unfiltered, because, YouTube, where they're like, oh, well, it's a free platform. It's like, no, it's not. Because without people giving you content, then you wouldn't be able to make money. So your eyeballs, guys, it's not free. But YouTube takes all that. And then they're like, but we give you a free platform. Like, oh, I don't have to pay? Well, I would rather pay and to know that I'm not being censored than free and you don't even know the rules. So not to like reiterate that, but it's very important that you guys know that you are what will support any future videos, live stream, you name it. I mean, not to mention that your help, that your support, your donations, your buy me a coffee, all of it, all the links are in the description below. There's so many ways that you can help and support me. Merch. Let me know what you think about it. The merch anyway. But yeah, you can't say squat on this channel. It's not even about like, oh, hold back the F-bombs. And I love for all of you out there that will super chat and be like, oh, this is for your the swear jar. Super cool because I'm being me. And it's a psychological fact. It's the research is there. People that actually curse, which I know even that word curse just tells you it's not a good thing to do. But when you do, do an F-bomb here and there, whatever, people are more trustworthy when they do that. And that's where my point is. In a world of fake and grifters and shills that don't care, they just use you. Even when they're acting like, I'm on your side, liar. It's a fact. So, of course, if you've been around, you've been watching me, I'm shadow banned. It's a fact. I have the, behind the scenes analytics on how they want me to not exist, but I do exist. And thanks to you and your support, you make sure of that. But I'm going to be totally honest and transparent. I don't know how long I can do this, or even if I can do it as I've scheduled 3 days a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. and Northeast North America, right? New York time. So if you see me less, you'll know. I'll give you all the insights, the total transparent truth over on local. So definitely become a member there. Again, try it out. It's like buying me a coffee a month. I mean, I'd buy you a drink. I'm sure if you saw me out and about, you'd buy me a coffee, you'd buy me a drink. So it really means a lot. And the fact that you might buy me one coffee, right, which is through a membership on this channel and or on locals. But, if I got 50 people, 100 people buying me that one coffee, I can sustain this. But as of now, I know everyone's going through a lot of changes and one way or the other, some hardship. But I definitely have to make some really tough decisions now unless I get more members or sponsors or a donor. These are all ways to support the channel. And you've seen it. You've seen it in even like syndicated networks like NPR. Don't even get me started with those fuckers. Oh, here we go. See, the sincerity. But yeah, they're always like, we need your support. We're publicly funded. And they're lying. But anyway, people have been part of their existence because of their donations and their support and their sponsorship. There's no difference here. But even more so, I'm completely alone. It's a one-woman show. And I can do much better with help. But for now, as long as I wake up every day, I will do my best to show up. So I don't want you guys to get discouraged or anything like that, because honestly, it takes a lot for me to go under. But if you see that, like what happened to her, and I don't give you a notice, maybe something really happened to me, because I would always get out of my way to let you guys know, hey, here's what's up. So yeah, with that being said, make sure that if you have a message or a text that you want me to share, and make sure I don't miss it and read it, super chat it. That's the way. And when you do a song request, I have the instructions in the description below. Check it out. But yeah, let me see who's already with me. How you doing? Hi, Victor. Great to see you. Hello, the Rational Texan over on Rumble. I am live on Twitch, on Rumble, and on YouTube right now. And again, I could be on more platforms, but that's another fee. So, just like when those commercials pop up when I am doing a reaction video, because I'm like, hey, I don't want to give money to Rumble. But if somebody sponsors it because they want the streams to be more seamless, I welcome you. Please reach out to me or donate. Everything goes to this channel. With that being said, hope you guys, if you celebrate the holiday weekend, Easter, hope you had a great Easter. And maybe you're off today. A lot of people are off today because the holiday was on a Sunday. You know how it goes. You know how it goes. But yeah, for me, actually, energetically, I feel like I just want to go straight to the reaction, and I'll just update the description about debunking the Manosphere. Maybe I'll tackle that on Wednesday on our scheduled time, God willing. What do you guys think? So, well, maybe while you guys are thinking about it, I'll go ahead and start talking about this Manosphere. Manosphere. I love how they just bring up words for the things that have existed throughout time. And how they're trying to like reinvent the wheel. It's like, let me make sure you guys can see my screen. All right. So like I said, we started some of this in the last live stream on Friday. So I'm going to pick up from here. And if you're wondering what I covered so far, check out the last live stream. I got the timestamps. And meant talking about that. So of course I'm going to put the lime stamps. Here's the dyslexia again. The timestamps. I will always provide them. But feel free to provide them yourself, especially for the reaction. So let's see. So this is the Pearly Things, and she does this video called I Debunked the Entire Manosphere. So let's continue to watch it from where I left off.
Prove the opposite.
Oh, I'm interested.
Let's rewind.
Women do like bad boys. Stop capping. Let's just stop capping.
Either when they're on.
Wait, did she say some girls like fat boys? Because you know I said that.
Women do like bad boys. Stop.
Oh, bad boys. See, here goes the dyslexia. It's not that women like. I disagree 100%, and I think I can give you a few arguments on why that is. It's not that women like bad boys. We have to consider that if a woman likes a bad boy, what was her upbringing? Did she have a father? What was he like? There's so much involved with that. But okay, nowadays anybody just come and put their opinion, and they should. They should. That's freedom. But, you know, what's your backup? You're just saying, I just think they do. Well, the backup is women want a man that can take care of his shit. Meaning, nobody wants to be with a man or a woman, either way, right? That they have debts or they have issues, they got problems, baggage. And if they do, are they managing it correctly?
Capping. Let's just stop capping.
Either when they're ovulating or when they're not. There's actually more evidence to prove the opposite.
Oh, I'm interested. Okay. Physical trait. Do women prefer dominating? Autism. Is she gonna go into these? Because here's the thing. It's like women tend to sleep with the bad boys. They might marry the nice guy.
Are you speaking for yourself? Just saying, Pearly.
There is evidence that women are attracted to men with dark triad traits, but one of these traits is narcissism, which correlates with physical attractiveness and extroversion. And in much the same way, men are attracted to women with dark triad traits, as narcissism correlates with physical attractiveness. So once...
Well, you realize narcissism isn't... Like, you can't make conclusions about society at large. What percent of the...
Didn't she just do that? Didn't she just say women do like bad boys? And again, did she provide any evidence for that? Just saying.
Population is a narcissist. I'm seeing 1%, 1 to 5% of the population.
The physical attractiveness and the confidence is controlled for, dark triad traits actually add nothing for either gender. Basically, you can be confident and nice and you'll still be attractive to women. And
never take dating advice from women. We don't even know what we want.
And she's the woman. Oh, but look what she just said. We never know what we want. That's not true. You don't know what you want because when you're getting into the so-called manosphere, right? When you're dating or even in a relationship or even married, what do you mean you don't know what you want? How many people have I met? And I'm sure you've met as well. Females in particular. You ask them, why'd you marry the guy? Oh, he was the one. Oh, why was he the one? Well, you know, he's got a job. That could be one answer you'll get. The other answer is, oh, we just have a connection. Or he's my soulmate. Okay, that's all good. That's all good. But that women don't know what they want, let me tell you something. The first thing anybody who knows, male or female, is what they don't want. That's the first lesson. So she's not even mentioning the fact that most people don't even know what they want. They should. They should have like a list, just like a job, like here's what I want, here's how much I want to make, right? You should have your little checklist. But not when it comes to the dating world. Why? Why? If you're going out fishing and you want to fish for salmon, but then you don't get any salmon, but you get a shark. Like I remember telling this story or this example years ago with my own female friends, single, looking to date, whatever, or looking for a partner, like a real life partner, not just a hookup. And I said, okay, so you catch a shark but yet you're on a boat specifically for salmon. And okay, you had a hard day, you couldn't find any salmon, and now you got a shark. And you're like, and I'm like, what are you going to do? They're like, well, shoot, that's a good question. I'm like, all right. Well, when you have your standards in check, when you know what you want, but like she said, women don't know what they want. But so what the first natural thing is they figure out what they don't want. That's because they're just going out. It's like applying for 50 jobs, no matter what the job is, you just want a job. And then hoping that one sticks or that you figure out, oh, I didn't know what kind of job I wanted. Everybody has an idea. Most likely, when you're applying for tons of jobs, different types of jobs, you're looking for a certain amount of money, right? You're like, oh, well, this place will pay me, $15, $20 an hour, and this one will pay me $30, but here's what I have to do for this one, and here's what I have to do for this one, right? So therefore, it's not that they don't know. They're going out there with some thought about what they want. And okay, let's just say they're completely dumb, young, full of fill in the blanks. So they're just going on attraction on itself. Am I attracted to you? Are you attracted to me? Boom, right? And we can also call that chemistry. Well, that's not a bad start. But what do you mean, I don't know what I want? That in itself is, I want somebody I'm attracted to. Just saying. Go ahead. Let's see what else she says.
Men. But this doesn't
take dating advice from women. We don't even know what we want.
Men.
To me, I feel like she's catering to the male audience, which is basically what I'm doing right now. Because I'm passionate about real men and that they do exist. A ton of them. But if you have women that are like confused about what it is to be a woman or the ideal or idea of feminism, we got a problem. Houston, we got a problem.
But this doesn't stop JP stomping around podcasts, talking about this like it's science-based fact. The only other evidence they have for this is
I'll give you a piece of evidence. Women reproduce more with non-violent offenders than men, or women reproduce more with violent offenders than non-violent offenders.
Does she have stats? I hope she's going to show it. Because I didn't watch this whole video, but like, what are you talking about?
Evo psych evidence, which has...
Again, and is it because women are attracted to offenders? Or it's because women don't know anything because they weren't raised to figure anything out? At least my mom was like, listen, typically men are just trying to get in bed with you. So at all costs, do not do that. It will be a way of devaluing yourself. It's like giving a Gucci bag out for free. Well, then Gucci wouldn't be able to sell them for $2,000, $3,000, $5,000 if they gave them out for free. The whole why buy the cow when you can get the milk for free. So hold on. All right.
Has not been proven to the point of peer-reviewed consensus. Peterson will maintain that...
So yeah, this is the crazy thing, is I feel like a lot of stuff that's just... Like, we been knew that women don't like nice guys. We been knew, like, there's always the...
What are you talking about? I've lived longer than you. And I've been in the public sphere, especially in the hospitality sphere. I've watched people in bars and restaurants, hotels, all over the world. What's your fucking expertise, sweet cheeks? Just saying. But see, look at her. She's got over 1 million followers. Again, because what's also predominant on YouTube? Younger people. So I get it. They're going to want to listen to somebody that looks younger, that looks more like them, that they think that's more relatable. But like, you're getting advice by somebody who has no experience, no wisdom. These are facts.
Crazy high school boyfriend. It's always like girls date the bad boys in their early 20s. When they get closer to getting that ring, they'll marry.
Okay, let me also pause on that about the girls dating bad boys, because girls, okay, so the bad boys in itself is a guy who's probably the most attractive in that group, in that school, wherever these girls are meeting them, in that bar, in that club, so, or like she said, high school. Again, it's the most attractive one that they actually want, which is normal for your gene pool to be like, hey, I want to mate with somebody who's got some good genes, not somebody who's frumpy, dumpy, and all that stuff, right? So it's not that we want bad guys. So guys, I'm telling you this. This is for you. This is not for women. Women, this is going to piss you off, but the truth is, you do. When you talk to your girlfriends, what do they say? Oh, what does he do for a living? Oh, first show me a picture, see what he looks like, and then how much money does he make? So, no, I'm debunking what you just said, Pearly. I don't even know her real name, but her channel is Just Pearly Things. Because no. It's not that they want the bad guy. They want the good-looking guy with the money or seems to look good and have his shit together. That's what they're looking at.
20s. When they get closer to getting that ring, they'll marry the nice guy.
Plus, culturally,
When they get closer to getting that ring, they'll marry the nice guy. Does that even make any sense? No, it's like what I just say earlier. When they find out what they don't want, then they go for what they figure out. Like, okay, I know I don't want this. So then they start figuring out what I do want. It's not like, oh, now after the bad guy and all the drama and all the burning, then I'm going to go for the nice guy. Even if, of course, there's a group of people that will do that. Both men and female. Okay, it's not just female. Number one. Number two, then what? That doesn't guarantee a healthy, successful relationship, because you need a real connection. You need to be in love. I mean, that's why people get pregnant so easily when they're all in love, you know? In quote, the bad guy. No, it's when you're so into somebody, you're like, oh, yes, give it to me. I'll give you everything. That's what happens. Being in love in itself is like a drug. Whether it's true love or not, the body has a chemical reaction. So she's not mentioning that again.
women have always dated across and up.
Yeah, only 40% of men have reproduced historically. So yes, that's true.
What are you talking about? What do you mean 40%? Wait. Let's hear this again.
Across and up.
Yeah, only 40% of men have reproduced historically. So
40% of men have only reproduced? Did you guys just hear that? I know I'm dyslexic, but hold on. Before I get started, again, for those who don't know me, I meant to do this intro. Let me do my intro real quick so we know exactly where my comments are coming from. Starting now. Hi, I'm Olga S. Pérez, coming at you live, unleashing the power of perspective, one reaction at a time. I've been a life strategist for over 20 years, and I'm here to share my insights on trending topics, current news, and music videos that we all want to talk about with love and humor. All right, guys, you get that? All right, just make sure, for those especially who are new, the power of perspective, one reaction at a time. So bear with me.
yes, that's true.
Females engage in
Where's that true? Where's her proof? Do you see what I'm saying? Like, anybody can just say anything. Like, if you call me out on anything I say, I'm telling you, I will give you proof. If I don't provide it at the very moment in a live stream, doesn't matter. I'll be like, oh, here's a study, here's the proof, or here's my experience. Like, and we could debate. We could have a conversation. But enough with labeling and putting everybody in a box and a cookie cutter. Stop it. At the end of the day, the only thing that works is the truth. The truth is, if you're dating an asshole, whether it's male or female, don't care. Why would you do that if you love yourself? Nobody's talking about that because that's corny to love yourself. And I get it. I went through that myself. Like, at first I thought it was pride and integrity, which it is. But ultimately, how do you decipher what to put up with or you know, what are your standards coming from? Well, you gotta love yourself. How many times do we hear that? You can't love anybody unless you love yourself. So she's not talking about any of this shit. So again, I'm debunking her shit.
hypergamy, and hypergamy is and this is all.
And that's another word they've thrown around. Hypergamy.
Females engage in hypergamy, and hypergamy is and this is also true cross-culturally, and it's also quite, it's just as extensive in Scandinavia. Not quite, there's a bit of attenuation, but not much. Women mate across and up dominance hierarchies. Men mate across and down. Okay, and that has to be the case because if...
Yeah, because men swipe right 45% of the time on dating apps, where women swipe right 5% of the time.
I don't have proof of that, but it actually sounds pretty consistent to what I've seen.
Up to 20, depends on the study.
Ah, funny she said that. I like that you added that little pearly things. Depends on the study. See that?
This is
operative
Jupiter.
word.
I was
Sorry for the
treated in my
commercial.
cheeks and in my
If anybody wants a sponsor to pay for that, for YouTube to not give me commercials,
obviously,
bring it on.
Where
Thank
women
you.
swipe right 5% of the time. Up to 20, depends on the study.
obviously it has to work that way. If one goes up, the other has to go down.
This is only half true. Peterson consistently fails to point out the hordes of studies that show that hypergamy is much less prominent in more developed countries because as an economy develops and is able to provide social safety nets and less children die at a young age, they will have less children at an older age, as it is safer to do so.
True. They will have less children at an older age. What does that have to? Women still swipe right 5% of the time on dating apps. You cannot tell me that women don't date across and up. Oh, come on. Come on. I've had so many girls come on my show and tell me, I don't even know what study she's talking about. I would be, look at, they want to date a guy that makes more money than them, that's taller than them, that's smarter than them, that's in better shape than them. Ideally, men
now she's speaking some truth.
swipe right 45% of the time on dating apps.
And men or women?
Ideally, men swipe right 45% of the time on dating apps.
And they will choose a spouse later in life based on.
Yeah, that's true. But you know what's interesting? Even the women that say they don't want to get married, I always ask, for the right guy, would you get married and have kids? And they always say yes. And so to me,
Now that's true. That's true. And that's happened, honey, for decades, since the beginning of time.
that indicates they just can't get the guy that they want. Yeah.
Right. Not the right guy for them, the guy that they want. Like shopping for, hey, I need some black stilettos or whatever. I need a truck and I need it to have a bed that's a certain size for my business or whatever, my lifestyle, right? And you either buy another truck that you don't really want, it's close to what you want, right? Or you continue to shop and put the work and time to finding that truck. Or maybe you can even build it yourself. I'm just saying, right? Just saying that people settle all the time and they wonder why shit ain't working out.
Kids, and they always say yes. And so to me, that indicates they just can't get the guy that they want. Yeah. First marriage is.
They can't get the guy that they want. Now, here's what's really powerful about what she just said and how she said it, because that's the typical thing that people will say. And it's not just this generation. It's happened since I can remember. Okay. So it's clearly been around. But now there's just more of a public discussion about it. That's my take on it as far as that comment. But look at me, I'm getting verklempt. You know, I'm getting passionate. So again, shopping for men like they are a product. And but by the way, men, for you men listening, it doesn't matter. There is a thing called chemistry that overrides all of that shit. And how many times have you not seen a woman with a really pathetic dude? Not high value, like they say. Not the looks, not the money. There's a connection. Sometimes we don't understand it, but it's there.
To me, that indicates ask, for the right guy, would you get married and have kids? And they always say yes. And so
the right guy. The right guy that truly is a true mind, body, and soul connection. And you can override all the money and all the status and the looks when it's the right thing. Okay? Because at the end of the day, no matter how feminist a woman is, or how modern she thinks she is, we want to be taken care of. It makes sense. If you're going to have children, you want... As a matter of fact, I remember when one colleague, friend, actually a business partner of mine years ago, he says, Olga, you know, you should never marry or hook up with a guy if you cannot envision him having your children. Like, can you look at this man and be like, this would be a good father for my children? And I was like, true that. But when you're looking at the way he looks and the bank account, oh, wow.
want to get married. I always ask, for the right guy, would you get married and have kids? And they always say yes. And so to me, that indicates they just can't get the guy that they want.
But it's not that they can't get the guy that they want. It's that they don't even know what the guy they want. So it's not that they can't get it. Because, again, so they say they find the right guy in their mind. He looks the way I want him to look. He acts the way I want him to act. He dresses the way I like. He has the money. He's got a nice house. All these things. Which shows, he can provide. And he cares about himself. And that's my thing for men. Ultimately, what any woman wants is a man that will do anything to not just take care of her, because he's already showing that he's taking care of himself. that he has self-respect, aka self-love, that he wouldn't waste his time trying to convince a woman to be with him. He is what he is. It's not about getting laid. But let's see if she talks about how women want or do anything, literally use their body to get a guy. And then wonder, like she says, because they can't have the man they want. No, they can have the men they want. The men they're choosing don't want them. I mean, it's very simple.
Yeah, first marriage is it 27? I thought it was closer to 30 now.
Needs, such as emotional needs. You're probably not familiar with this concept, Jordan, but people are finding other people that actually like them. So I don't know, this kind of sounds like a much better solution for all genders rather than trapping people into marriages they entered for the needs of bearing children and economic.
Feminists always have this trapping, it's like the language they use, trapping people into marriages for children, da 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 da. And it's like we always have this worst case scenario in our minds. Our feminists do.
Stability, but that's apparently the red pill utopia that we're all striving for. Peterson and his incel minions also don't account for the fact that men
Peterson and his incel minions,
on average, thanks to millennia of patriarchy, earn more than women.
millennial patriarchy. You don't even know what that means, girlfriend.
Still, so
Oh my god. Oh my god. I can't believe people don't know about the pay gap in 2022, that they don't know the reasons why the pay gap exists. Women make less than men because we don't work as hard. I'm sorry.
Ew, that's not true. Oh my God, you see that? People are just gonna say whatever the they want.
And I can say make less than men because we don't work as hard. I'm sorry.
What are you talking about? Oh my God. Where's she getting her facts from?
And I can say this from hiring people. I can say this from hiring people.
And so can I. I love that you just said that, because so can I. Let's just say that she doesn't have a window to 30, 40 years of life experience. That's a fact. Just look at her. What I said to you the other day when we were doing a live stream about her, when I first started talking about it. Maybe she's 26, 28 tops. She doesn't have life experience. The truth is, and I agree to a certain level, but the way I agree with it is because the people that I hired recently, it's a generation of females that don't work because their whole thing is, how do I put my makeup on? I'm not kidding you. And having the victim excuse, it's the patriarchy, or it's all these excuses, but no accountability. That's a new phenomenon, girl. Let me tell you something else, sweet cheeks. I have friends and even family members that are millennials, even / borderline Gen X. Guess what? My mother would say, I don't know how these kids, I don't know how they're raising 2 kids and acting like it's the end of the world and they can't do it. I did 6 kids. No problem. Multitask, triple task. Okay, so keep that in mind. It's not that women don't work as hard. It's today's young women is a whole nother ball game.
Hey, and I can say this
Setting the record straight.
from hiring people. I can say this from hiring people. The people that put in the most, my employees that put in the most hours are men. Men work more. The reason women get paid less for the same job is because they work less hours and they tend.
That's not, I mean, can you believe this person has millions of followers, or at least 1 million and something? Right? And listen, this is what they're subscribing and following this. Like she is the Dalai Lama, which don't even get me started. I saw some disturbing video of Dalai Lama today, but I didn't want to get into it. But I'll show you the next live on Wednesday, God willing.
To negotiate less. That's what
it's not surprising that we're
That's
still
bullshit.
living
Because
with
when you have an employee that does the work and does it better than anyone, you pay them more, you hold them, you do whatever it takes. It doesn't matter the sex.
the norms of a husband earning more than a wife. Divorce rates are actually lower than ever because marriage rates are lower than ever.
And that's the truth.
Divorce rates are lower than ever. It's still like 50%. I don't think divorce rates are lower than ever because it's 50%. And I know in the 90s.
No, because people are not getting married because nobody wants to commit. You could just be a baby mama, baby daddy, go to court, get your money, all that shit. Let's be honest.
1920s, it was like 20%.
Because people are actually waiting to find.
And whose choice is that? Men or women? Men are attracted to fertility and youth. So whose choice is it to wait?
Listen. What the fuck is this shit? First of all, when men are attracted, she said fertility and youth. Okay. Yes. Youth is a component, right? Because again, just like women want the good-looking guy, not the nice guy, she wants a good-looking guy who he is an a-hole because he's got all these options. Where the nice guy is like, oh, you're running to this a-hole because he's got the look you want. I'm a good guy, which is the majority, right? The majority are average looking people, female and male. And the minority are the very good looking ones. That's why not everybody's a freaking model. Just saying. That's just another point. So, no. Oh, wait. Let me hear this again.
This is that. Men or women? Men are attracted to fertility and youth.
Yeah.
So
This is the expert here. We got Jesus Christ, Dalai Lama. We got the expert here. Men are attracted to fertility, even if we spoke on a scientific, animalistic level, which we are pretty intelligent creatures. But okay, let's deduct ourselves to like monkeys. I'm cool with that. Okay, I'm humble enough to know that. But fertility, no. A guy can be married, have kids, and cheat left and right, and so can a woman. I'm just saying. To deduct that most men, she's saying. So forget the good looking or the average looking guy or the uglier guys. That's all they want. They want fertility and youth. Okay, so are you also saying or admitting, according to your belief system, that once you're not good looking, which how many times do we see that, right? They get married, they've been married for like 20 years, and then if they get divorced, they leave with a younger woman. You know what I mean? Or vice versa. Women do it too now. But regardless, no! They're not looking at fertility, they're looking for comfort. Most men don't want to get married. And these are facts, it's always happened. Women will make sure, well, are we going to get married? And you're going to put a ring on it? Me. And then men are like, all right, man, I want to shut her up. Or I do love her, but like, I could be with her and not have to be married to her. It has nothing to do with having her kids. That's just not a male thing to do. It's, let's go to the chapel. I'm going to get married. No, they're like, hey, you good? I'm good. I like you. You like me. We partner up. I take care of you. If I'm a man, I'll take care of you. I don't need to sign a paper, but I get it because women need that sense of security. That's a whole nother rabbit hole we'll get into some other time.
So whose choice is it to wait to get married? Men or women?
One they actually fucking like.
I don't know. You might say that. I think it's because they're running out of time. They are running out
What?
of time. Girls would be like, I don't need no man. I ain't submissive. Then at 28 to 30, she's like, oh, I was just talking. I don't even know. I was just talking. I swear to God, I was just talking. I didn't mean any of that.
Later in life, after their frontal lobes are fully formed. And this is actually decreasing the chances of younger, less wealthy men being left with nobody and of old female spinsters being left.
Oh, right. The
Sometimes
old
you gotta
school
change the
name for
direct-
spinster. Right? Stop.
Body. But nobody and of old female spinsters being left with nobody. But
If that was effective, why is it when the age of first marriage goes up, divorce rates have also gone up?
Hang on a minute, say the incels. There is evidence that women are initiating divorces when they get promoted. This means they're looking for higher status men.
We tell guys all the time that marriage isn't really a good
Oh,
institution.
here's our boys here, fresh and fit. The most desirable man on the planet.
In the United States anymore.
A woman choosing a bartender who is broke over a rich guy is just so far removed from reality.
The concept is known.
What do you mean it's far removed from reality? Maybe because he knows how to treat a woman. He's not trying to buy her. What?
As monkey branch.
70% of all marriages end because the woman petitioned to have it end.
That's true. Now, that's a statistical fact, and it's been happening for decades.
So that the one with less money is the one who gets spousal support.
Because they've been incentivized to do so because of the wealth transfer.
For women, like the richest women in the world, either got their money through inheritance or they got it through divorce.
They just want to protect themselves. That's generally why they do it.
A woman breaks up in order to trade up.
I could struggle with you.
Yeah. So, I'm still trying to figure out how is she debunking the entire manosphere?
I could take this money that the government's giving me, and all I got to do is sleep with you.
Ultimately, this could also be her searching for a bigger, better
and if you're a dude, wouldn't you be thinking about that? If I had right? Like, I would be conscious of that. Like, yo, do I really, like, I would put a coat on it, whatever I got to do. Or maybe I'll just do something else. And I definitely do not recommend porn. In fact, if you're a real man or you want to have a real woman, you stop that shit now. I don't care if you're freaking 18 or 40.
And they believe they've got relationship equity that they can make a withdrawal on at a later date.
Well, you're the one buying these women. The men that think like that, they're buying the women. Instead of figuring out, does she really love me? Will she take care of me? Is she even capable of taking care of anybody? Can she even take care of herself? If I was a man, I have a son, that's what I would be saying.
Women do initiate more divorces now because when they feel that they can support themselves, they are less likely to trap themselves in an unhappy marriage.
That's a lie. That's a fucking lie. Because the fact is, most people, women or men, but specifically women at this juncture, is that they want a sense of security. They want an investment, a return of investment. So when they're filing the divorce, it's because it's not that, oh, I got the money, I don't need you. No, it's because I'm not happy here. You're not fulfilling me, or you're a burden. Like you're discarding these men. It's not about, I don't need a man. Really? You don't need a man? Then why get married?
In which they are expected to do most of the household chores. Of course,
what are you talking about, girl? That shit hasn't happened since the 50s. They're not expected to do anything. At the end of the day, you got two options. Who's doing the dishes? Either you guys, flip it. Like you do it today, I do it tomorrow, which I personally think it sucks. But again, you can have whatever arrangement you find fit. What happens? Say you're married, the guy doesn't want to do the chores. Okay. Well, if he doesn't want to do the chores, did you marry the guy for the chores? Or did you marry the guy because of what? Money, right? Because I got to be censored here.
Causing them stress.
So you ended a marriage over chores? And this is what I mean. This is why men don't want to get married. You think it's acceptable?
Men have never wanted to get married, honey. And marriage was initiated centuries ago to make sure that people didn't fight over their wives. So let's get married, and this is my property, and it's a business transaction, sweet cheeks. So that's the other thing. If a man, whether you're a male or female, are you getting married for business or you're getting married for love? And if it is true love, why did you do a prenup? But see, the prenup most likely will not say who's doing the dishes. I will literally put in the prenup. We must have a cleaning lady. But then what if the guy loses his job and he's like, well, I can't pay for the cleaning lady anymore. Well, I guess you're going to start cleaning. Like, I'm not going to divorce you because you don't clean. I'm divorcing you because you suck. Or maybe you're divorcing me because I suck. I'm not reaching your expectations. It's that simple. Enough with this male, female bullshit. Same with politics, right? the left, the right. What I tell you guys, and I'll say it forever. There is no binary. There's assholes and decent people. Period. And if you love somebody, you'll figure it out. But the truth is, she hasn't talked about love once. But hold on, let's give her credit. Let's see.
To divorce a man over chores. Blessing. Come here.
And she's never been married, and she knows. Okay.
Come here. Chores. Can you imagine getting divorced over chores? Yeah, she was like, women are more likely to divorce when they get promoted because they're less likely they can support themselves, so they're not as likely to stay in a happy marriage or an unhappy marriage where maybe the chores are stressing her out. Oh my goodness.
Evidence that they are leaving them for higher value males. There is also another apparently hard to swallow pill that women.
I mean, okay.
At the end of the day, even if somebody is only and solely looking for high value woman, high value man, right? That's the label they're giving them. At the end of the day, a relationship of any kind, whether it's business, love, marriage, okay, dating, any relationship, any exchange of two people and their thoughts and ideas and their collaboration, if they don't have the right belief systems, like that they both agree on a certain belief system, that they have commonality. You know how they used to say opposites attract? That's not true. Now, it can make it more exciting and in some ways more helpful to have an opposite thought, feeling, even lifestyle, because that's the level of attraction of the opposite. It doesn't mean that the opposites are going to work out. It just means, oh, I find you attractive because you're so different. You feel me? But not like opposites attract and that's it. And even if they do, doesn't mean it's going to work out. Because what needs to happen more than that is the two individuals that are mature and they know how to pick their battles. And again, they got to be honest. Can you imagine all these women or men, whatever, divorcing, getting married, if they really were honest? Because I'll tell you what, I hear the honesty. I hear the behind the scenes honesty. Well, I wish my wife would do this. I wish she would, I wish we had sex more often. All kinds of stuff. And the woman too. Well, I just wanted to be like the way when we were dating, but now he's like so needy. Like, I'm just giving you examples. There's so many more. But at the end of the day, they're not telling each other that. So the number one culprit is honesty, meaning lack of honesty. You know what? This is a long debunking, but I also had mentioned on my last live, what was it? Because I wanted to get more into the Manosphere thing. But you know what? I'm telling you, it's like going down the rabbit hole. We're not going to debunk or whatever. She's trying to debunk the Manosphere. My whole thing is the Manosphere in general. Everyone's talking shit. And I don't blame them. Everyone thinks they know something. They've seen something. They've read a statistic. Not one, and that's what I'm going to continue to do on these series of dating, men, women, Manosphere, and debunking all these labels that they have. Because at the end of the day, it's not even about age and experience. It's like everyone just talking out of their ass. So no wonder everyone's so depressed and don't know what to do. Because everybody's regurgitating the same thing. No one once talks about integrity, self-love, honesty. Has anyone not seen the movie, The Notebook? And that was based on a real story. Even if the movie embellished or, made it more Hollywood or for entertainment purposes, it was based on a real story. The guy who wrote it, I forget his name, Nicholas something, Sparks, I think it was. And I think it was his in-laws, and that was their story initially. Don't quote me, I could be wrong, but you feel me? And at the end of the day, here's a girl who came from upper crust, if you want to say it that way. And the mother got in the middle, tried to make sure they were separated. She finds the right guy in her class level. Money, looks, you name it. But when two people are in love, it's irrelevant. And it's not just two people in love, but can you imagine Two people in love that have real integrity and self-love. That's unbreakable. No time or distance can change that or affect that. So, like I said, we're going to keep going down these rabbit holes, and I'm going to debunk all this bullshit. Because honestly, these people are talking, again, for entertainment purposes only. And anybody who takes this shit serious, it's completely lost in the sauce. Because the only thing that's ever worked throughout time is honesty. Nobody talks about that. Nobody talks about that. Just talk about honesty. Well, guess what, ladies and gentlemen? I'm going to take a quick break. Again, we're going to continue on the Manosphere, on all this feminist BS, and then some. Hey, I want to say hello, MM. Great to see you. Jorge, Sean. So great, Tanya. So great to see you guys here. What's up, the Major? How you doing? Lame done. Well, great to see you. And I'm just going to take a quick break for real. It's going to be real quick. Like I said, I got my struggle Jennings. I have no idea what this song is about. I just know that I've seen, I've done some, one or two reactions, which today was coming through me so heavily. The one that I did with Struggle Jennings and Caitlin with that God, We Need You Now. It came through me today because I'm having a hard day. And I was like, oh my God, it's funny that I'm listening to that song in my head all day. And I was like, it's funny because I just chose this because you guys voted. So I chose like the next song that got the most votes. And that was this one, the Struggle Jennings and Jelly Roll Glitter. But I have no idea what it's about. And I'm like, but every time this shit happens with us, there's no such thing as coincidence. So I'm just going to take a quick break. You know why if you know me. And I'll be right back. But I promise I'm not going to keep you waiting very long. Just a few minutes. God willing. And make sure to comment your comments on my fuel. I do read them and I will respond. And if you definitely want me to not miss something, super chat it. And that supports my channel. And I will definitely share it, screen share it, you name it. So I will be back in a few to do the real live reaction of Struggle Jennings Jelly Roll Glitter. I'm so curious to see what it's about. Oh my God. Welcome back. Welcome back. You know, I always look forward to the reaction. Yeah, baby. And you being here with me is everything. Without your energy, it's just not, no. Anybody can just pre-record this, right? And then edit it, make it all look good and shit. Not me. Because you guys. Because of you. And I thank you. I thank you to all my members, all my supporters, all of you who are a member on Locals, on the boob tube, YouTube, and the coffees and everything you guys do. But if you don't want this to go away, I need you to consider donation, sponsorship. And again, if you haven't become a member, what are you waiting for? I'm going to go away, and then what? You know, we're crusaders. If we hooked up and we understand each other and we feel each other, because we are the crusaders. Whoop. I'm sorry. I was just revamping my window. Oh my God. That song that just popped into my head was, remember that old song? To the window or something. Oh, with my sweat dripping down my back. You know me. I always screw up the lyrics, but I got the tune in my head. So, here we go, ladies and gentlemen, gentlemen and ladies, boys and girls, girls and boys. Are you ready for a real, live, raw reaction? First time reaction to Struggle Jennings and Jelly Roll. Glitter. You ready? I know. It's like, stop with the suspense. I get it, but come on. I want to make sure you guys are ready. Not just because I'm like, I'm doing it. All right. Well, I'm looking at your comments. The real live raw reaction of Struggle Jennings and Jelly Roll starts now. Oh, and for those who don't know, I interrupt as needed, like whatever comes through me. Again, this is real and raw in real time. And then, no matter how much I interrupt or whatever, and then I'll play it one more time from the top without interruption. Okay? All right, guys. Starting now.
Living my life in the rear view when I'm haunted by my past, and sometimes I just wanna die. I need to change my ways, mama, I'm gonna try. But that's a lie, cause you heard me say that 1,000 times. I said, Lord, please help me.
Did I not just talk about having God? Didn't I just say that what God, we need you now? And I'm like, man, I've been feeling with this today. And I was starting to get these flashbacks of when I did the live reaction of, and God, we need you now. And here we go with some God. Hold on, gotta rewind. I'm just saying, I knew it. I knew this shit was gonna be in some level spiritual.
I said, Lord, please help me. Cause I've been living unhealthy. And the life that I've been living, Lord, can I really be forgiven for? I don't wanna let you go. I think about you now everywhere
chills on both my thighs, killing me right now. I mean, it was that powerful. I had to pause.
And I know 'cause it glitters doesn't mean it's gold.
Yeah, because it glitter doesn't mean it's gold. Yes, thank you.
And I don't wanna hurt nobody. I just wanna let the truth be told.
Does it sound familiar? Exactly. I don't want to hurt anybody. Just want the truth to be told. That takes courage.
I just wanna let the truth be told. I don't wanna hurt nobody, but I'm about to lose myself.
It's funny that they're doing this with the lights and the candles. You know, I will tell you anything that pops to me, right? And so, like, the filming of this, and it's funny, she's got a choker from like the 90s, where it was big in the 90s. I know it became new again, but it's that eyes wide shut vibe that I'm feeling. With the mask, you know what I mean? And the like the lust and jaded and things behind the curtain. Ooh.
About to lose my self-control. And they ask me how I'm feeling. I'm somewhere between Hendrix and Robin Williams.
Woo. Did he just say Hendrix or Robin Williams?
Behind the tears of a clown and the sound of
tears behind the clown. Oh my God, I can't. This is too intense for me today. What's up?
Hide behind the tears of a clown and the sound of silence. It seems so loud. Would you just look at me now when I take a shot of Crown and watch this Percocet down? Play the victim for too long to justify my habits, knowing everything I touch turns tragic. And I don't wanna let you go. I think about you now everywhere I roll. Somewhere down.
I'm telling you, I got my tissue. I'm getting verklempt, getting little, and the chills are like both my arms and legs. Okay. Oh my God. Happy Monday to you.
I think about you now everywhere I roll. Somewhere down the road, I lost my soul. And I know 'cause it glitters doesn't mean it's gold. And I don't wanna hurt nobody. I just wanna let the truth be told. I don't wanna hurt nobody, but I'm about to lose my self-control. I guess I'm narcissistic, 'cause I'm trying to get it. Am I being selfish, attempting to rid my life of the drama in?
I'm loving this. I'm loving the lighting on this. I'm loving this. Talk about glitter. Hello.
See, it was harder coming home than going in. Hard to understand that statement unless you came from where I've been. Why it's difficult to do right, but so easy to sin. Finding peace and losing to move on from chaos of the wind. That demon in the mirror, still the saint that he portrays. So the songs.
That demon, I would describe as the ego. The one that doesn't want to lose or wants to hold on. It's just such an easy way to make decisions, because it's like, I'm in this human body. I'm in this physical body. And these feelings, physical feelings, that are also not just manifested by any consumption, but the thoughts. Just like the fact that this song has given me chills. I'm consuming the lyrics. I'm consuming the music. It's a vibration. Shit. I don't know if I was ready for this today.
Easy to sin, finding peace and losing to move on from chaos of the wind. That demon in the mirror, still the saint that he portrays. So the songs of tomorrow borrow sorrows from today.
Look how he's naked, right? Talk about like totally putting yourself out there and vulnerable.
So the songs of tomorrow borrow sorrows from today. And I don't wanna let you go. I think about you now everywhere I roam. Somewhere down the road, I lost my soul. And I know 'cause it glitters doesn't mean it's gold. And I don't wanna hurt nobody. I just wanna let the truth be told. I don't wanna hurt nobody.
God, it's so good, so real that the chills are just like, I know I've said this before on other songs. And hey, you guys give me like good requests. Like, what? But like this. Let me see. 32 million views 5 years ago. This song should have 100 million views at the least.
But I'm about to lose my self-control. I don't wanna let you go. I think about you now everywhere I roll. Somewhere down the road, I lost my soul. And I know 'cause it glitters doesn't mean it's gold.
Ooh! Oh my God, this reaches me in so many levels. I don't think we have all day here. But I remember that I was the type of person that I would not go after something just because it glittered. But at the same time, just like we talked about earlier in the live, of like if a woman, in specific woman, that goes after a guy that has a certain look, that's basically the glitter. And I went from not being attracted to that type of person to then like, well, but it was kind of like blah, you know, like plain Jane. And like, I was like, I'm a passionate person. I need to feel more. And then next thing you know, it's what glitters. Like a guy who knew how to dress, had pizzazz. And then, of course, no, not that all that glitters is gold. Ugh, God, talk about true. But also, there's a Spanish saying, and it says, aunque la mona se vista de seda, mona se queda. And it says, no, even if you dress the monkey with silk, it's still a monkey. There's another saying, which I think that could be an American saying. Don't quote me exactly, I could be wrong. But you know the one about like, you can shit on, you can put gold over shit and it still smells like shit. You know what I'm saying? So, oh my God. But we're also animalistic, and what glitters does get our attention, or we think it's valuable. So I love this song in so many ways, but specifically the fact that we all know, right? But do we actually stick by it, that all that glitters is not gold? Meaning the flashiness of someone. Absolutely. It's all a facade. Gold has value. Glitter. Anybody can put some sequins on, right? This is making me think of Hollywood.
I lost my soul, and I know 'cause it glitters doesn't mean it's gold.
Oh my God. But I know for a fact, and this is just my first time reaction, that he's not just talking about a facade. You know, it could be a drink, like anything that's like, ooh, that looks good. Ooh, that smells good. You know what I mean? And that doesn't mean it's gold. Wow. I thought, not only because you guys requested this song so much, I just thought it was going to be just a great fun song. Shoot. Glitter. I mean, they could have called it all that glitters, you know, sparkles is not gold. They just called it glitter. So I know this is my first time reaction. You know, if I have watched this a few more times, I'm going to pick up more and more and more. But again, this is live, real raw reaction, first time reaction. So here we go, right? Unedited, unscripted. That was a beautiful song. All right, guys, like I said, from the top, uninterrupted, just going with it.
my life in the rear view when I'm haunted by my past, and sometimes I just wanna die. I need to change my ways, mama, I'm gonna try. But that's a lie, cause you heard me say that 1,000 times. I said, Lord, please help me, cause I've been living unhealthy. And the life that I've been living, Lord, can I really be forgiven for? I don't wanna let you go. I think about you now everywhere I roll. Somewhere down the road, I lost my soul, and I know 'cause it glitters doesn't mean it's gold. And I don't wanna hurt nobody. I just wanna let the truth be told. I don't wanna hurt nobody, but I'm about to lose my self-control. And they ask me how I'm feeling. I'm somewhere between Hendrix and Robin Williams. Hide behind the tears of a clown and the sound of silence. It seems so loud. Would you just look at me now? Wanna take a shot of crown and watch this Percocet down? Play the victim for too long to justify my habits, knowing everything I touch turns tragic. And I don't wanna let you go. I think about you now everywhere I roll. Somewhere down the road,
I don't know what had just happened, but I'm like, I thought the whole time, no, I am so sorry. I thought you guys, I was so into the moment. Okay. Now I got it. From the top.
living my life in the rear view when I'm haunted by my past, and sometimes I just wanna die. I need to change my ways, mama, I'm gonna try, but that's a lie.
I can't believe I did it again. What happened? Okay, no. It's busting my groove here. Bless you for understanding. Bless you. I don't know if me banging on the table made everything like it did something in my mouth or some shit. Now for real. Uninterrupted from the top.
Living my life in the rear view when I'm haunted by my past, and sometimes I just wanna die. I need to change my ways, mama, I'm gonna try, but that's a lie, cause you heard me say that 1,000 times. I said, Lord, please help me, cause I've been living unhealthy. And the life that I've been living, Lord, can I really be forgiven? ask me how I'm feeling, I'm somewhere between Hendrix and Robin Williams. Hide behind the tears of a clown and the sound of silence, it seems so loud. Would you just look at me now when I take a shot of Crown and watch this Percocet down? Play the victim for too long to justify my habits, knowing everything I touch turns tragic. And I don't wanna let you go. I think about you now everywhere I roll. Somewhere down the road I lost my soul, and I know 'cause it glitters doesn't mean it's gold. And I don't wanna hurt nobody, I just wanna let the truth be told. I don't wanna hurt nobody, but I'm about to lose my self-control.
I guess I'm narcissistic, 'cause I'm trying to get it. Am I being selfish, attempting to rid my life of the drama in it? See, it was harder coming home than going in. Hard to understand that statement unless you came from where I've been. Why it's difficult to do right, but so easy to sin. Finding peace and losing to move on from chaos of the wind. That demon in the mirror, still the saint that he portrays. So the songs of tomorrow borrow sorrows from today.
And I don't wanna let you go. I think about you now everywhere I roll. Somewhere down the road I lost my soul, and I know 'cause it glitters doesn't mean it's gold. And I don't wanna hurt nobody, I just wanna let the truth be told. I don't wanna hurt nobody, but I'm about to lose my self-control. I think about you now everywhere I roll. Somewhere down the road I lost my soul, and I know 'cause it glitters doesn't mean it's gold.
Oh! Dump. Do I need to say anything? Do I really need to say anything? Wow. And that song was from 5 years ago. I can't believe I never even heard of these artists until you guys brought it to my attention. Right? When I said, "And God, we need you now." Like, it was you guys. You did it. I'm like, but I know. There's one artist that I did know. Again, I was watching somebody else's podcast and they mentioned Tom McDonald. I'm like, who's this guy? They're like, yeah, he's a. And I was like, oh, I want to see. And then I was like, what? And then I'm like, oh, he's been around already for a few years. And now I'm getting it now. And I think many of you have found me through that. No such thing as coincidence. And I've been doing Rent. And Ren's got his own thing. And it's similar to the Tom McDonald fans and the love. Like, this guy is real. Awesome. Like, I'm telling you, the more people stop paying for their cable, the more people stop buying the trash of the record industry, they will implode. They will not be able to exist. Because it's not just that they have all the money, they have the manipulation to suppress many good artists. And that's the only thing I can be thankful for platforms like YouTube, that these people have been able to use to reach out, to speak out, which is how I feel. You know, even like, I don't know if it's Tom McDonald, like probably one of them, but there was a few of them too that were like, I don't know how long my video is going to be on the platform. The one guy was the 5 times August that I did the gates behind bars, and that's been taken down. Now it's suspended for 2 weeks. I still have it on Rumble. If you guys haven't seen it, check it out. But yeah, not on YouTube. And that's it. They're never going to let it back up, and they've punished me. And they were already shadow banning me. Guys, I can't even say words like this word here. Okay, but when I say this, let me say, it's not that I can't say them, but the consequences to these words. Oh, wait, it's funny. This is one of the words, but even like this word and that word. I mean, there's so many words, but now I discovered that even the word, unless I'm saying something good about it, it's like, that's it. So I'm like, are you gotta be kidding me. So yeah, and even when I just showed you on the screen, it doesn't mean that that's not going to affect me, because they got bots for all that as well. It's like, you guys are literally the people even working, but I get it. When you're getting a paycheck, you're getting paid, it's paying your bills, you just do what you're getting paid to do. But for those working on YouTube, you're literally shutting down a voice of someone who really wants people to be happy. Even that community doesn't matter. Because see, if they're not happy, we won't be happy. Like all of us. So like, wow, you're really shutting down somebody's voice that truly cares and just wants us to unite and respect each other and love each other. Because if they say something that's wrong, not my opinion, it's wrong, then oh no. Talk about 1984 Roswell. But you know what? I'm going to wrap it up for today, and I thank you so much for being here with me. But like literally, I will continue on my next live. We're going to go down this rabbit hole of, check this out real quick, of the Dalai Lama. Let me make sure you guys can see my screen. No, you can't because I didn't share it. Sorry. Did you guys, has anybody seen this? Has anybody looked at this? Like, a video clip has been circulating. Anyway, to be continued.
It's a moose on the loose. A young moose wandered into.
Oh my God, are you kidding me? Modern technology. Anyway, so I'm going to be getting into that on my next live on Wednesday, but also for the locals members. It's going to get real and ravage over on the locals. So if you haven't already become a member on locals, become a member. It's like a coffee a month. It's not the point. Without your support, I will no longer be able to continue this. Don't want to give you like Armageddon, like it's the last day on earth, but it's the truth. It's the truth. So, my friends, my YouTube family, my Rumble friends, family, locals, thank you all for supporting me. I just got nothing more, meaning what's coming is just going to get better and better with your support. If you feel me, you know. I'm not going to let you down. Nope. And call me out if I do, but I don't. I put my money where my mouth is, or how they say it. I know. Again, with the dyslexia and the third language. So, I hope you guys really enjoyed that. But yeah, we're going to go to the Dalai Lama. Did you see the whole tongue thing? Oh, no. I don't want to take it away from Glitter, Struggle Jennings, and Jelly Roll. Glitter. Wow. That was beautiful. I loved it. I love the portrayal of it. I love the lyrics. You know, if I don't like it, I'll tell you. Plus, you can tell. You can tell my reaction. Because it is live and real and raw, unedited, unscripted. You can't make it up. Even if I am another shill, grifter, actor. No. If you follow me enough, you know. You know. You can feel it. You can feel fake. Anybody can talk shit, but you can feel it. All right. All right, honey. Until very soon for my locals. I'll see you on locals. Stay tuned because I'll post it before I come on. And thank you for all your love and your likes and your comments. And until next time, very, very soon, I will see you all. And like I said, keep your comments coming, especially even after this live on the replay. Your comments are my fuel. I do read them and I will respond. It's getting on. Much love. Many blessings. And I'll talk to you soon.